GAD India logo, speaker at GAD India 2018. Thursday, May 17th. Photo slide 2016 and 2017.
On May 10th, 2018, we will be doing an event at Mitra Jyoti campus for disability organizations and people with disabilities. So if you look at today, we have plenty of disability organizations across the country who actually does a lot of things for people with disabilities, but the missing component is advocacy. India has passed something called Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act in 2016, and that actually includes the accessibility not just for the government but also to the private sector. And there are also a lot more provisions in that law in terms of equal opportunities in employment and so on. But it's more of the job for the disability organizations to how they promote the advocacy and how they make sure there's no violation happens against this Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act. So to talk about how organizations should do the advocacy and how people with disabilities themselves should actually promote accessibility and make apps and websites more accessible for themselves. So today what happens is if there's a web application is not accessible to a ex-user, he would end up writing to a forum for people with disabilities. But they don't really write to the app developers, which is actually much more important. So we're also going to be having a conversation around how people with disabilities to take the approach to take these accessibility problems to the authors of the applications and websites. For this event, we will be having Mr. Deependra Manocha as a keynote speaker, and Mr. Manocha is a very long-term technology user, per se about 25 years or so, and he happens to be blind. And if you look at most of the assistive technologies in India for people with disabilities, and especially for people with vision impairment, he would be the kind of person who sourced it and it is whose idea why it has happened today. Like if you look at the example of Smart Cane or many of the talking devices and so on, or even Daisy for that matter, which is a publishing standard for the e-books. So that's for disability organizations and people with disabilities.
GAD 2018 events. GAD for students April 17th to 30th. GAD for NGOs May 10th 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. GAD for geeks May 14th to 16th 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. GAD Gala event May 17th 6 p.m. GAD India logo. www.gad.in